So you've been coming to church. It's great. And maybe you've even been coming to church for a while. But something just doesn't feel right yet. You've taken in the worship experience, you've sat in on a Bible study, you've said hello to a few people. Perhaps you've even ventured into the donut room. Or maybe you haven't even gotten to that point. Still, something just doesn't feel right yet. The problem is, you've connected with God, just not with others yet. So, what if there were a way to easily connect with others and to connect beyond Sunday morning? Introducing community groups at Crosspointe. They're a place where you can connect with others. They're a place to grow spiritually and do life together. So, how do community groups work exactly? Well, typically, community groups meet 2 to 3 times monthly at someone's home for a couple of hours. They usually include fellowship time, a sermon discussion, and prayer time. Oh, and there's usually food. Community groups are a place where you can feel known, loved, and cared for. So you don't have to feel like a stranger, especially in the church that you call home. So, by now you might be wondering, what's involved in joining a community group? Well, it's a 1-year commitment. You agree to show up and support one another, to help each other to grow spiritually, and together as a group, to be the church out in the world. Basically, community groups live out what it says in Hebrews 10 about stirring one another up toward love and good works, encouraging one another, and gathering together. That's pretty much it. The community group leaders will take care of the rest. But don't just take our word for it. Hear it directly from one of our community groups.
So we became community group leaders about 4 or 5 years ago when the church introduced community groups. The church leadership approached us and asked if we would want to lead a group. And initially, we kind of talked about it and said, I'm not sure if that's going to be right for us. We were a little nervous about it. We didn't know anything about leading a small group. But then the more we prayed about it and the more it was brought to our attention, the need for people to step up and lead groups, that's when we decided, I think we can do this.
The best part of being a community group leader has been the deep friendships that we formed. A lot of us didn't know each other super well before we started, but it's been really cool to see how God has used this time to grow our friendship, and we just really enjoy having people that we can go to seek counsel from, people that we can be praying with and praying for. We have an ongoing group message where we send our prayer requests and we can just talk about life and what's going on. The ladies and I did a study over the summer. We did a podcast series, and I think we just kind of use it to stay in contact with one another about how things are going and encouraging one another to be in the Word and spending time with the Lord. So yeah, I think just having the friendships and just being with like-minded, Christ-centered people has been huge for us.
Our group has been such a blessing for Nikki and I. Even though we're the leaders, I feel like we get some of the biggest blessing out of it. So for somebody who might be on the fence saying, I don't know if I want to join a community group, so it's really not that big of a time commitment, and honestly, we look forward to it every week. It's been such a really great experience. I can't say enough good things about our community group. They've really become some of our best friends, and we really, really love them.